Hi Bainbridge Island, I'm Blair King, Bainbridge Island City Manager. This is your city update for the week ending March the 11th. A bomb threat disrupted ferry service Sunday morning and caused officials to close the terminal. The Bainbridge Island Police Department responded to the scene after Washington State Ferries received the anonymous threat. Drivers showing up to board the ferry were turned away as officials surrounded the ferry terminal and parking lot. The threat was made just after the Tacoma vessel departed the Bainbridge terminal, so investigators expanded their search to the ferry boat and Coleman Dock in Seattle. Washington State Patrol canine teams searched the area but did not locate anything suspicious. The ferry resumed service about 3 hours later. When there's an incident like the bomb threat, please make sure you're signed up to receive alerts. The Washington State Ferry sends out travel alerts that you can get by text or email, and the city uses Nixle alerts for emergency notifications. Sign up on the city's website, it's free. The city's contractor is making significant progress on Eagle Harbor Drive Safety Improvement Project. Crews completed paving this week, so future travel disruptions to the area should be minimal. Last week, crews finished the drainage installation and reinforcement of the ditch line on the west and south side to prevent future erosion. The remaining work includes shaping and stabilizing the planting strip on the south end of the project and adding pavement markings. The striping will likely be performed near the end of the month when conditions are drier and temperatures warmer. Staff will begin discussion next week with the council to consider putting more money into maintenance of our streets and hiring staff to help take care of city-owned properties. Our current staffing is less than the regional and national standards. The city owns about 90,000 square feet of buildings, but only one person is dedicated to maintaining these facilities. National standards show one person per 50,000 square feet of maintenance responsibility. On the streets, the city spends about $500,000 a year to preserve the 270 lane miles of pavement. This is not to build new streets, just preserve what's already there. A 2019 study shows we should be spending roughly twice this amount, $1 million a year, to maintain the conditions in their current state. The regional average of personnel per lane mile is about 0.05. Bainbridge Island has about 0.02. Among comparable cities, we have the lowest number of personnel per lane mile per land area. We have a team of 8 working on streets now, but for a city with the number of lane miles, our city should have 12, if we intend to match the regional average.
So that crew is really split up into doing 2 bodies of work. And we pretty consistently find ourselves behind in getting to work maintaining things to the level that we would like them to see maintained at, and which I'm sure the community would like to see. So having some more staff and some more funding to be able to be more proactive about maintenance work, both grounds work and facilities work and pavement work, would help us stay behind, ahead of the curve in terms of getting that work completed.
Next week's conversation with the council is just the beginning. It's expected the council will consider this topic when the budget process begins later this year. Kitsap Transit shared an update this week on the BI Ride mobile app to let us know how things are going. BI Ride is an on-demand bus service. Rides can be requested by phone or the mobile app Ride Pingo. Kitsap Transit launched the app last summer in partnership with the routing company, a mobility startup. Some of the challenges in the first year include the island's poor cell phone service and availability of drivers due to a national shortage. Riders share a desire for expanded hours of operations on Sunday and the evenings and concern about making their ferry.
The really big takeaways I think it's important for you all to be aware of is that, number one, the service is very popular, and it's become even more so with the app. And we've been working very closely with the routing company to address some of the early criticisms that we heard about the app, and we meet with them weekly, and they've been really dedicated to making improvements and adding new features to the app.
The team noted that ridership is very seasonal. It spikes during the summer months when there are lots of visitors and dips in the winter months. BI Rides is transporting 200 to 250 people per week during the winter, and more than 600 people during the summer. Bodell Reserve is the #1 destination BI Ride during summer. For Islanders, popular drop-offs include the grocery store, Copper Top, Bay Bainbridge Park, and the library. Our Ask Kobe segment continues this week with a question on services for seniors. This segment is an opportunity for you to ask any question on your mind related to city topics.
My question for the city of Bainbridge Island is, what is the city doing to address the needs of the people in our community who are 65 and older. And it's a big population. It's about 25% of our population and growing as the baby boomers age into it. So that's my question.
Hi, I'm Ellen Schroer, Deputy City Manager. Thanks for your question about what we're doing at the city to address the needs of people in our community who are 65 and older. On Bainbridge Island, our population on average is older than Kitsap County and Washington State, so this is an important topic. Here are a few specific ways the city supports our senior population. The city owns and maintains the building where the Senior Community Center operates near Waterfront Park. The nonprofit leases this building for free. It's a great example of how the city and local organizations work together to provide services to the residents of our community. Later this year, the city is expected to begin a renovation project at the Senior Community Center to support some of the center's programming. This will include better accommodations for the reception area, community rooms, and an expansion of the thrift store. Each year, the city provides financial support to organizations with missions specific to serving the senior population. In 2022, the city will provide more than $70,000 to the Senior Center and Island volunteer caregivers who serve folks mostly over 65. Other organizations like Helpline House and Housing Resources Bainbridge will also receive funding to support their programs. When we started to think about investing in sustainable transportation, which means ways to get around the island without driving your own car, we included all ages and abilities as a specific focus of project design. Related to the transportation effort, the city set aside money to support promotion of BI Ride, a public transit service people can use getting to and from the Senior Center. In addition, the city continues to provide as many meetings as possible with closed captions so people who prefer to read along in addition to or without listening can do so. These are just a few examples of how the city of Bainbridge Island provides services to our members of the community who are over 65.
On a related note, the Senior Community Center renovation is expected to cost about $498,000. The Senior Center is proposing a $670,000 donation, and the city will fund the remainder of the costs. Beginning March 12th, masks will no longer be required indoors. Washington's COVID-19 mask requirements are lifting following decreases in hospitalization rates and public health guidance from the CDC. Masks will still be required in some settings, including medical facilities, long-term care facilities, and public transit. The City of Bainbridge Island is following the state's guidelines and will not require masks in city facilities. We understand that some people may continue wearing masks in city facilities for their comfort, and they are welcome to do so. In addition, people will not have to sign in while visiting city facilities. On March 22nd, the City Council returned to in-person meetings in the Council Chamber. We look forward to welcoming you back to these in-person meetings. For more information on these topics and all the city's news, please check out the City Manager's Report online at bainbridgewa.gov.